Thank you everyone for joining this session. My name is Syed Shumal Mehdi, and I'm a certified application architect working at 10 Pearls. I've been in this industry for 6 years, and in this session we are going to discuss how we can build an experience, a customized and personalized experience with Experience Cloud. All right. As I've already introduced myself, my name is Shumal Mehdi, and I'm a certified Salesforce application architect working currently at Temples. And today, the content we are going to cover is basically we are going to discuss about what is Experience Cloud, what feature Experience Cloud could offer, personalized experience, how we can build a personalized experience with Experience Cloud, and how we can use the Lightning components in Experience Cloud. So starting with what is Experience Cloud, as we all know that the Experience Cloud is built up on the Salesforce platform. Experience Cloud basically is a digital platform that helps companies to build their CRM powered digital experience, and as well as Experience Cloud enable companies to build content in one place and deliver it anywhere, whether they are using their customers or partners or internal employees using their portals on the website, mobile application, or they are using any kind of e-commerce platform. There are multiple channels. You can share the content by using Experience Cloud to the multiple channels using the Experience Cloud features. Okay. Uh, a whole suite of feature purpose built to treat our digital personas like people speaking directly to them. So like what it meant is like basically Experience Cloud reduces the gap between the company employees and their customers, or between the vendors, so that they can interact more easily and get the things paced up and get the things done. So personalization capabilities that can look at the attribute of a user persona and help surface content most relevant to them. What it does mean is that we can build up the Experience Cloud and give the users experience based on their choices, based on their search histories, based on their preferences. So I, as a customer, when I log in into any portal of our, let's say, I go to the Apple's portal, and they have built up their portal on the Experience Cloud, and I have been there for a while. I have searched, I have interest more related to the app iPads, and my search histories is based on that. So I will get the lot of recommendation related to the iPads. So this is something. This is one of a very interesting feature of the Experience Cloud, that it gives the customers or the partners the personalized experience based on their search histories. Journey mapping that understands where an individual and in their experience, and guide them in their next steps. This is exactly what I mentioned right now, that based on my past experience, my past searches, the content I look for, and the action I perform on the Experience Cloud, based on all that history actions, the Experience Cloud give me the recommendations, it give me the related or documents, the topics and the articles, all of that. So this is basically what is Experience Cloud, and let's see what else Experience Cloud offers. So Experience Cloud offers the business integration. You can integrate your portal with a lot multiple external systems. You can send the data from your Experience Cloud to the external application, as well as can get the data within your Salesforce platform and use them in the Experience Cloud when you get it from the external applications. Customer can create and escalate support cases. They can use the web 2 case forms, and you can build a community page, Experience Cloud page there, and you can create the customers can create their cases, and even if they are not logged in, they can just enter their email address, and then create the case, and then the representative can find the contact related to that email address if it does exist already in the system, and if it does not, then they can create a contact and assign that to that case. Okay, so the partner can update opportunities and qualified leads. Definitely, this can also be done in the Experience Cloud. That the our vendors, let's say my company have a multiple vendors, and we my team and our vendors team working on the same opportunity. They can access some of the data, the whatever we have access, the whatever the accesses that we have provided to them. They can update those information. They can participate in the process of the lead nurturing and in closing on the opportunities. And if we have developed the portal for our employees, internal employees, they can access and share files using the CMS content, Salesforce CMS, uh, and share those things on the Experience Cloud and access each other files. The next feature that Salesforce Experience Cloud offers is personalization. We can create the Experience Cloud, automatically suggest connection to expert groups and content. Recommendations are based on the individual interest, needs, and behavior, inviting deeper community participation. So, like this is also what I mentioned earlier, that if I search about any specific product on my portal, then Salesforce will track those actions, those links that I will click on, and will show me the recommendation based on that. To select content including file, articles, and topics from across the community to deliver customized, relevant information. So let's say I have around 500 articles associated with the multiple topics, which also includes the files, the images, and documentation. So if we think of it to share all of those content in an organized way, in a personalized way, by using a custom tech stack, by using .NET, Java, and other stuff, then there will be a lot of coding and a lot of work will be involved. But in the Experience Cloud, most of these things are already built in, and we just have to do some clicks to configure all of those actions so that our customers will get the personalized experience. They can see the topics they want to see, which are they related to their products, or which are related to the services that are available in their areas and stuff. And now customization and branding. So let's say I have a portal. uh, my company has excuse me, my company has multiple stores in multiple countries. I have some of stores in Pakistan, and my company also have some of the stores in India. And let's say we are near the Independence Day, and as we all know that 14 August is the Independence Day for Pakistan, and 15 August is the Independence Day for India. So if my team, I want each of my customers, my customers related to each of these either of these countries will have the personalized experience as per their Independence Day. So I wanted to set up a Independence Day feature for that Independence week. So what I would do is that I would ask my admin to create two pages that will one of them will be personalized for Pakistani customers, the other one will be for the Indian customers. And each of these page will have their own country's flags on there. They will have promo code there. They will have the green and white theme for the Pakistani customers. They will have the orange, green, and white theme for the Indian customers. And they have to do it in a single day. So how they are going to do it, so that we will going to cover later. But they can the sales experience cloud can is providing those kind of features where we can, as you can see here, in the GIF image here, we have the multiple branding set here, and we can assign those branding set to the each page based on the audiences. All right. Excuse me. So personalized experience cloud with audience targeting. So what does this mean? So what it meant is that, let's say I have customers from the multiple countries, and we have recently launched a program for Australian customers only, and we don't want to show those components or those banners or those let's say discounts or promotions for any of the other countries customers. But our same portal has been used, some page has been used for the customers from the across multiple countries. So what we can do is that we can assign the audience to each specific components, as well as we can create the multiple page variations in the experience cloud to give those specific users, those specific customers, the personalized experience. Like, let's say if I have created a promotion component and I wanted to only Australian customers that are visiting from Australia to see that component, then I can assign the audience to that customer based on their country information. If their country matches to the Australia, they can see that component. If not, they will not be able to. And how it is done, we are going to see that later on in this session. The next thing we have, create and manage audience. Definitely this is the same thing. Let's have a look how we can do that. All right. So this is the Jimso Fitness portal, which they have created for their customers. Their customers can come onto their portal. They can have, um, can see the information about the gym. So they can see their working hours. They can see their time, workout timetable, the online classes, sessions, and stuff, and their information. So if I go on the top, so Gymso have two chains of gyms in the US as well as in the UK. So and they have just one portal. So how the timings that they have mentioned here could be different for the UK gyms as well as on for the US gyms. So how they can differentiate these components without creating a totally different page, or creating redirecting the UK customers to another page and US customer to another page. How we can do that with just few point and clicks. So let's come to the community builder. So this is the builder we have, and we are using a custom. We have created a template, community template, using a lightning component that we are also going to cover later in the session. So if I come here, so this is the component that is being used for both of the for both countries customers. And if I go down, so you can see here I have placed two similar components. And the one is, you can see the workouts US. The first one is for the US customers, and the other one is for the UK customers. So okay, we have two components here, but when we go to the page, we can only see one component here. So what we are doing here is, basically when you click on the, when you select the component and drop it here and then select it, you can see here in this drop down, you can see the audience, assign audience, with when the audience is not assigned to that component. And when you will click on this, you will be able to see the audience that you have created here. So I have created one audience for the US member, the other audience for the UK member. And you can also see the conditions here, that the condition is that user country should be equal to the US. Then it will be those audience will be, those members will be the part of the US members audience. And if their country meets the value of UK, then those customers will be the part of the UK member audience. And once these are assigned, we can click on the assign button here. And let's do and see. So when I have assigned this audience, UK member audience, to this, so this was the audience which was previously assigned was removed from this. So this also proves that we can only assign one audience to each component. So we are going to assign US member back to this component, because we have already assigned the UK member to this one, the other component. So if I go here, oh sorry, yeah, I have to delete this. Okay, so if I come here and go back to that edit assignment, you can see that this is assigned to the UK members. Okay, now let's see how this works. So if you see, let's first notice the few changes in the both of these components. So you can see the membership fee is different. The For the UK, for the UK customers, it is 40 pounds point five, and for the US customers it is $62 point five. And the timings is also differ. For the Monday to Friday, for the US customers it is from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. But for the UK customer it is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let's see. So my user is from I have set up the UK location for my user, so I can see. Let's also refresh this again. So you can see that I can see the membership fee in pound, which was assigned to the UK members, and the timings is also from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. And this is also the timings here. Some of the classes timings here is also different from the US customers. Now let me show you here. So this is here. I am logged in as another user, Amana, and this user is from US. So if we go down, we can also we can here we can as well see only one component, and here we can see this the membership fee here is in $62, which was assigned to the US customer. So this is how you can differentiate between on the one page and show the personalized components to the customers based on their location, based on their country. You can also do it for like based on the cities, and based on other attributes as well that are available on the whether they are available on the user record, whether they are available on the customer record. So let's see how we can create the audience in the builder. So if I go here, and if I click on the edit assignment and I click on the new audience, so let's say and we are going to select the all conditions here, and let's say if I see that permission is standard and API enabled, for example, and I will select it true, but I want to add the other conditions here as well. I also say that the user should be related to the country UK. So we can also add the and or operators here. So for the all conditions meet, we have an and operator. If any condition meet, we can have or logic here. And if we want to add any custom logic, so we can add multiple, and based on that, we can also do this. This is also can be done. We can also create the custom logic here, and once we will add all the criterias here, we will click on the save and assign. When we'll click on the assign, it will be assigned to this component. And if you don't want to assign to this component, we are creating this audience for any other component, we can just simply save this one and can use this one later on. So this is how we can make the components personalized for the users. So let's say if you don't want to work on the each individual component, we just wanted to show the whole page to the specific users. um, so for what we can do for that is that we can create the page variations. So let's see how that is done. So if I go to this setting icon on this page, I click on these three buttons and click on the page settings. I will be able to see the properties of the pages, and as well as the page variation. So here on the page variation, I have two excuse me, we have two page variations. One is for the default, which is assigned to all. At the moment, there's the page dash uk is not currently assigned to any of the audience, so no one will be able to see it. We all will be able to see the home page. So let's say what is going on here, what's the difference here. So this is our page, and if you see right below the footer, we have nothing in the footer content, right? So if I go to the home uk, this is a kind of on the back end, it is kind of a totally different page. But on the front end, on the user end side, we can see that the URL of both of these pages will be same, and there will be basically a part of they will basically a part of one community template page. So if I go down, we can see we have a contact support and ask button here, and this is the only difference which is between these two variations, but these two pages are totally different. So let's say if I remove the timetable, this one here. So now we can see more visible differences between these two variations. So let's publish this, and let's also do one thing. Go to this click and click on this drop down and go to the assign, and assign the UK members audience to this community. All right, I think. Oh, sorry, I didn't assign. I just clicked on the done. So now this is assigned to the UK member. All right, let's publish this again. Okay, so now I am from the my country is the UK, and I lie for the this page variation criteria. So what will happen if I refresh this page? If I come down, so you can see now I can see the page, the other page which we have created for the UK customers, and we have assigned the UK member audience to it. So this is how we can use, and if I go back to see how this page shows to the US customer, the which lies for the audience that is part of the US member. So I can still see the work table here, and that contact support button is not visible here. That's mean this is our first variation that we have created, which is selected as default. So this is how you can also personalize the experience for your customers by using the page variations. So these are the two options that we have explored so far. All right, now let's talk about the little few little things here. So we have branding sets here, uh, and we can create the multiple branding sets, and those multiple branding sets can be you know, assigned to the specific audience, assigned for the specific pages. We can change their information, their colors, their values from here, and we can also change the login page variations from here. And whatever the branding set we will be selecting, we can let's say, let's come here and we will assign this dark theme to the UK customers, and the builder on the one which is in default, we can assign we will assign this to the US members. Let's say, right. I think we haven't assigned it. Okay, assign. Perfect. And after we have assigned this, we can see these three heads here. uh, I think we cannot assign the audience to this one. We should be able to. Okay, this is selected as default, that's why we are not able to assign, but we can create a new branding set. So let's say US, and we can assign this. And you can only assign audience, one audience to one branding set. You cannot assign one audience to the multiple branding set, but because that way logically it will create the overlap between the designing and the colors that you have assigned. So if let's say if I use these both of these and assign this to the US member, so the color properties will overlap. The system will not know that which one it should create. So right now this one is assigned to the US, and the other one is assigned to the UK members. So currently we are not using any standard components of the Salesforce, so that's why we are not able to see the changes reflecting here. But if we will use any standard component that will be using the properties from these branding set, then we will be able to see the visible differences. So this is how we basically use the multiple branding set. And if we want to override any of the properties, then we can use this. We can go to this branding set, the drop down, which you can see right above here, and when we click on this edit CSS, we can add the properties here to override some of the CSS as per our needs. All right, so this is it. And let's talk about some of the features which we can see here. So if we, let's say if my company is using WordPress website which we have the, or a theme, a branding specific which we are using, which are my company is using across their multiple system, across their public websites, and we wanted to use the same. So in order to use those the same header and the footer in our experience cloud portals, what we can do is that we can set up a CMS connect. Currently I don't have any WordPress template, otherwise I would be able to I would have shown you the example how that's done. But when you will connect your WordPress website with your Salesforce, you will be able to see the sources here, and you will share the path of those PHP files or the HTML files here, header and footer, and click on the use personalized. So those header and footer will be selected, will be available for selection for your template of your community. So that way you will it will also save you a lot of time, and you wouldn't have to recreate all those structure and styling for your customers. And if they will have change make any design changes onto your uh, their WordPress website, that will also again reflect on this one, but you have to come back here and republish your some of the time you have to republish your Experience Cloud site again in order to reflect those changes. So these are all things related to the customization and branding and the personalization of the custom component and the standard components. The same variation and the audience assignment can be done for the uh, standard components. And we can also add the multiple languages here. As you can see that I have added the Italian language here, and those will there are two ways that we can use to do the translation, which I have explored so far. The one is that we can use the Google translation APIs, and the other way that we can use add these languages here, and all those content that we are using, we can use them in the custom label and add the translation in those custom labels in order to reflect those translations onto our portal. Okay, so I guess that is pretty much it. And there are some of the things that are related to the content. Let's cover those things as well. So if you come here, this is the workspace of a community, and we have couple of features here like the content management, the administration. We can set up the dashboards and the gamification. So let's explore the administration part first. So in the administration, we have the simple setting. We have just our this community is in the preview mode. This is not activated, so some of the feature wouldn't be working for this community. Uh, and if you go to the preferences, here we can see some of the customizations. Let's say if we have any visual force pages error, we are using any VF page on our Experience Cloud pages as a component. So what will happen, what which should do if any visual force page have any custom error. And these are other features like that. If you wanted to give the access to the public API requester on chatters, as well as some of the features that are related to the topics, the some of the features that are related to the reputation and stuff. And the record ownership. So let's say if you haven't assigned the suggested the record ownership to anyone. Let's say if any user comes as a guest user, which is not an authenticated user, and he creates any record, so who should that case record get assigned to? Or if he creates uh, any lead record through any form, so which user, which internal user that record should assign. So default owner is selected as me here. So whenever a user another authenticated user will create a lead or a case, that will be assigned to my user. So here we can assign the members. So let's say if I have selected the community profile, let's see where it is. Hmm. So right now we don't have any, but let's say if we add this profile here, so whenever a partner app subscription user will be registered for our let's say a partner for our website, he will be registered for a user. He will receive an email if his profile will be selected here. So if his profile will not be selected here, he will not be getting any standard template for email template from the portal. But the workaround for that is that we can create a workflow rule whenever a user record will get created. The contact will be activated as a user community user. You can send him an email through a workflow, because there is a drawback of using this functionality is that if any internal user, if you have any uh, creating the system for your internal users, so if you add their profile here, they will also have the access of the workspace of the community. And if you don't want to give them the workspace, and if you remove their email selected profile from here, they will not receive the email. So currently there's no workaround for that. The only workaround is that for you to create a workflow process builder or flow to send out a custom email and not use this standard process. And if you want to add any permission sets available for the user, so let's say if we will add this user, so whenever a user will be created, he will be assigned that permission set that we are adding here. Okay, moving on to the contributors. So let's say I as an admin have multiple uh, things to take care of in our Salesforce job, and I need some assistance with the content that is available on Experience Cloud. So our company hires an assistant for me who specifically take cares of the content that we are setting up on our Experience Cloud. So for that, I don't want to give him the rights of the builders or the workspace, or I just wanted to give him a very restrictive right. So for that, what we can do is that I shouldn't be getting into the profile every time I need to get something done related to the access. For this, I can add him as a contributor. So like here we have Amana, and if I select her and do next, so I have multiple roles here. I can either give him the experience admin, so she can have access of everything. She can you know as you can see here, the user will have the full access to this workspace and can manage the contributors, and will also be able to publish the site. But if I select the viewer, he will able to see all the settings. He or she will be able to see all the settings in the workspace, but cannot be able to change anything. If I give her the builder, then she will be able to fully access the workspace, but and only be able to make changes into the content, but will not be able to publish the site. And if I will add her as a publisher, so she will be able to access the full workspace and also be able to publish the site, but will not be able to manage any other contributors on the site. So when you click on this, we will be able to see the contributors here. Login and registration. uh, So this for this login and registration, we can set up our company logo here. We can select anything we want. We can select the background for our logo, login button color if we want to change anything on that. If we want to select any other page instead of a default page of login as our login page, so for that we can pass that page here. Currently, I don't have any, so it will only show me the login page. But we can also customize that login page, so it is not that kind of a big deal. I would personally prefer to use the standard login page and change the template of it. How we can do that, we can also have a look at that. And if I don't want to use the experience builder page, we can also use the login discovery page. So let's say my system is being system is using an SSO through our legacy system, where we have our login SSO set up across all the application that we are using, and user already have account there. So they can go to that system and can log in there, and then that system will redirect it to the or login page, and those information we share here, and then it will be configured for that process. And the logout page URL. So whenever you want your user to go to a specific page whenever they log out from your system, so you can define that logout page here, and that way they will be able to redirect there. So for the forget password page, it is similar to the login page. So whenever you will click on the standard forget password page, it will redirect it to the page that is defined here. And registration page confirmation, here we define that if we want to allow our customers or partner to self register, so we can enable this and select the registration page here, and we can also select the profile that we want to assign to that, and under which contact we should assign those customers or users. We can define those information here and save it, and then they will be able to register themselves. For the emails, we can set up the emails that if I want the email to go through my email address, I will set it up here. It will be used as a placeholder. What logo I want to use in that email, what footer text I want to use in that email, which email template I want to use for each of the things. For like for the welcome email, I want to use the welcome email. For the forget password, I want to use this. For the change password, I want to use this. And for the other one, we can also define that here. So this is pretty straightforward. So on the pages here, which page we want to be selected as a home page. I don't want to select the home page as my home page. I want to select any other custom page to be the home page for my website. So that I can define here. And if I want to show any service not available default page, that we can select here. And we so in order to show that we have service not available page here that is accessible even when the user is offline, you can see this page. But if we don't want to use this page, if we want to use any other page, or we don't want to recreate the same page, what we can do is that we can use that page that HTML page, and use that, zip it into the zip file, and then upload it in the static resource, and then select that static resource here. So it will show that page whenever the user is offline. So these are pretty much it. I think the rich apps application and the URL directs are also straightforward. This is also related that to that functionality where we don't want to expose our login pages to the users. We just want to redirect, come onto our portal as an authenticated user, and we want to set up a login and registration to an external portal. For that, we can import those URL redirects here, and then it will take care of the rest. Going back to the content management. So here, in the content management, we basically take care of all of our content, the topics, the articles, the videos, images, all of that stuff. We will have the collections here. I currently don't have one. This is a new org. We can select our topics here. Uh, so let's say if we have any topics, so Jim, so and if I want to enable it for the content, so that I can be able to attach the videos with this topic, the images with this topic. So it will be available for them. And so currently this is only enabled for the content. And if I go down, and if I want to add, uh, and if I want to add any articles or data group to this, that I can select here, so that will be shown to that. We can also assign the tags to the articles and to the topics, so that if my user, as I mentioned earlier, that if I go to the Apple portal and most of the time I search about the iPads, so it will see that what kind of tags are attached to that topics, those articles, track those, and whenever the next time I will log in, it will show me the related articles, which also will have those tags in my recommendations. So this is how the Salesforce Experience Cloud gives your customers or partners or employees the personalized experience when it's come to the topics and the articles. So and there are the navigational topics that we can add here. So if we want to show the topics, any kind of topics in the navigation, or any specific components which supports the navigational topics, so that we can add here the featured topic that we want to show in a grid, or we want to use in any our custom component, that we can add here. The article management can be done here. If you can see, I have a dummy article here, and if I want to assign the any data category to it this and make any changes with that, I can do from here. The automatic topic assignment, which basically what it does is that it matches the keywords from the title of the topic from the articles, and then if it gets any topics, similar keywords in the topics, or any if topics will have similar keywords articles, it will assign that topics to that. This is the important feature that is yet to be explored more. I think this has been recently introduced, so this is one of the interesting thing. I would suggest to have a look at this one. The recommendations, as we can see here, we have our audiences channel. Here we can create the multiple audiences, and then we can create the recommendations here. uh, if I go to the default channel, I click here, and let's say I'm members. um going to put text. Let's see. For now, I'm going to paste that link. And currently, I don't have any audience specifically created for this recommendation, so that's why I'm not able to see them here. And if I enable this, these are here. So now these recommendations channels are enabled, and we can use this to enable for the specific members. For the UK members, do we want to use this recommendation channels, and for the other specific audiences, we can create the other multiple channels and assign those channels to these recommendations. Sorry, audience to these recommendations. uh, if I go down, there's also one thing. We can also use the navigation, multiple navigations here. We can create those navigations here like this, and based on the user or based on the location of their users, we can assign those navigations here. So that was pretty much it related to the personalization, the branding and customization, the content management, the page variation, the audience assignment on the components and the pages. This is how all of these things are done. And just one thing that I want you to notice, that we are using a standard component within our custom template, and we can do the same for the navigation. We can do the same for the search bar. Excuse me. And we can also create the custom components of these standard features, that we can get the information from the configuration that we have defined. And let's see how that is done, and that's been done in the lightning component. So let's have a look at those slides. So for the lightning components with the experience builder, how we can configure the lightning components for the experience builder, create the how we can create the custom theme layout components for experience builder, the custom components for guest user flows, how we can create the profile menu components for experience builder, the search components, and the content layout. So we will have a quick overview on this one. So if for that, I have to go to the Visual Studio Code. If you see here, so this is the template that we have, and let me zoom it a bit. If you can see here, we have interfaces, multiple interfaces. Let's also have a look at those interfaces. So we have multiple interfaces for the Force community. The Force community available for all pages. If you are aware with the Lightning components, you know that we have interfaces for the multiple pages of the for the Salesforce. We can use we can have the available for all type of pages, flexi pages. We have Force, we have client or a Lightning and stuff. So we can have we can also add, like if I want to use this similar component for the lightning page and as well as in the experience cloud page, I can also add the flexi page colon available for all pages type in this lightning component, and then that lightning component will be enabled for both at the experience cloud as well as for the lightning experience. So these are the interfaces that we have available for all pages type. That's mean that this can be used for the all Lightning Experience Cloud pages, not any other. Uh, and if I select the layout, so this layout page will be used as a layout in our Lightning page. So what does it? What's the difference between the theme layout and the layout? So let's have a look at that. So this is a theme layout. So this what theme layout means is that we can select that component as a theme. So if I go to the theme here, we have a build our own template here, and if I come here, so in the default, if I click on this, sorry, if I click on this edit button, I can see all of those components that are available as a theme to select. So this Jimso experience theme was with the interface of the theme layout. So that's why it is enabled for the theme experience. So what's the difference with the layout where we can use that, what it does? Also, let's have a look at that as well. So if we click on here and go on the property, so you can see here there are we have a layout. So we can also assign the custom like the change the layouts of our pages, that how they look. If I wanted to give like place the elements besides one another in a left to right in a horizontal way instead of a vertical components just like this, which we already have done here. So how I can do that? For that, we have some of the standard layouts available here that we can select for our pages. And for each pages I can select a different layout. But if I want to use any specific layout which matches the my WordPress website or any other portal of my company, and we wanted to use the follow the same pattern, for that we can also create the custom layout. So here, this community page layout is created. Let's have a look how it is created. This is our lightning component which has been used as a layout. And as you can see here that we have created two aura type aura dot component type attributes here, and we are using the one in this column and the other one in this column. So when I will select this layout for my lightning page, it will show me these two columns, and I will be able to add those components in those columns in horizontal alignment. So this is why we use the force layout, and this is the difference. One of the things that I would like to mention, that there are certain things that does not work with these interfaces. So let's say if you will use the force community layout as a lightning components, and if you will try to get the record id in the controller of this js controller of this component, you will not, that record id lds will not work in this for this lightning component, because this interface is not supported for the LDS. So I would like to suggest that if you are making any decisions of using these interfaces of the lightning, please do read their considerations before planning the solution. So this is it, and I think that is pretty much all. um, and the one of the things that I would like to mention here, so if I go this theme and if I go to this element, so if you see here we have an attribute here with the aura component type profile menu. So these are some of the names of those attributes that we can use here. And this, when I use this profile menu, I got the standard profile menu for the Salesforce here as a navigation item. So if I will log out, then I will be able to see the login here instead of this one. So the same we can do for the navigation, the same we can do for the search, and these components will be available for us. And whatever the navigation item we will add from here, from this navigation here. If you will use that navigation sorry interface which I was sharing here, that search interface here, just like this. So that way we will be able to see that search interface, the standard search interface, whatever we will select, that will show up here. We can change their styling, we can add change the icon or the effects, whatever we want, but we will use this interface in order to show that search interface. For the profile menu interface, definitely the one that I have shown you there, this is the one we can use for that. And this navigation, if you see the navigation menu will be visible here, and it will show, do the aura iteration, will get the options here and will show those individual items here. So this is how we can build our customized experience cloud portal. And we can also set up the topics and the articles based on customer experience by assigning it the tags, by managing the content as per the user page, assigning the audience to the articles and the topics. And that way your user, no matter from where they are, how many types of user you have, how many categories you have, you can easily manage in an organized way your customer experience using experience cloud. So that was all from my side, and thank you very much for being patient and listening to going through with me through all those features. And now if anyone have any questions, please do let me know.
Thank you so much, Shumail. I think that was informative for everyone. So, any question, guys? Please post your questions in the Q&A tab so that we can read and Shumail can answer.
Okay.
So, Asim said
Yeah,
he
he has
has,
no
yeah,
question.
yeah.
I'm also waiting for the questions. Yes, the community users can log in from Facebook and Google. For that, you have to set up the SSO, single sign-on, and you can add those like single sign-on settings and configure those single sign-on settings with your Experience Cloud, and that way they will be able to log in. If their users already, their contacts already exist in the Salesforce, then they will be able to log in or get registered in the Salesforce. Otherwise, if their contact with those email address wouldn't be exist in the Salesforce system, they wouldn't be able to. Yes, it is customizable for mobile devices. I mean, let me show you. There was one feature where we can add the navigation menu. Let me see. Yeah, mobile publisher. So if you see here, you can customize. You can, if you use the standard navigation bar. So you, for that you can add the navigation here, and these are related to the mobile type publisher. You can customize the you know, the layout for the coloring using the standard features from here, and as well as the tab bar navigation from here if you have the multiple tabs. And if you want, you can also make the your current theme responsive. So if you see, if I go to the mobile, so you can see this template that I have built is mobile responsive, and it has adjusted itself as per the width of that uh, a mobile device. And some of the components will be obviously responsive, and some of those will be non-responsive, like this table. It was like, as per the width, it is, the width is quite of- like quite low. So that's why this component has a scroll bar. Otherwise it would have shown the full but the rest of the components, the text and the alignment, if you can, as you can see here, these images was horizontal, but now on the mobile width, it is coming as a responsive grid in a vertical way. So this is how you can make your portal, experience cloud, mobile responsive. And if you will be using the standard templates, almost all the standard templates that Salesforce offer for the experience cloud are mobile responsive, so you wouldn't have to do anything for that unless or until you are using any customized custom lightning based lightning component on your experience cloud. So that you have to make the responsive by using the slds classes on a or any other framework. I hope I've answered your question, Asim.
Thank you so much, Shumail. I think there are